Are you an optimist or a pessimist? No doubt you know that all the research shows that optimists are happier, more joyful, live longer, have more abundant lives, are more fun to be around, and the list goes on. So how in the world can we become an optimist in a world that sometimes seems like it's gone a little crazy at times? So let's take a look. First step would be to clearly identify, take responsibility of what is your state of being at the time. What is your mindset, if you will? So let's take a look. And I made a list here for you of when you're a pessimist, when you're an optimist. And you can use this as a gauge to see where you stand. So for example, the first thing is a pessimist will tend to be very critical, has a lot of critical self-talk, is always beating themselves up about what they did wrong, what they didn't do. Very unforgiving of themselves. And that overly critical state of mind will bring you out of any meditation, any state of being, any high-performance state. The optimist, however, is what? By comparison, more compassionate in their thinking, more compassionate in their way of relating to the world and themselves. They allow themselves not to be perfect. The pessimist, on the other hand, would also see problems, always focuses on the problems, what's wrong, what's not working. When we're pessimistic in nature, it could be, no matter whether it's hot, cold, it's too hot, it's too cold. It's never right. You know the type? An optimistic mindset would be what? Seeing opportunities versus problems, opportunities for growth, opportunities to grow, opportunities to learn something, opportunities to turn things around. A pessimist tends to get stuck focusing on the problem. An optimist would see things more as opportunities to grow. Another thing to look at, it's already coming up, is the pessimist tends to be a victim, plays a victim mentality. Why me all the time? Oh, nothing works for me. When it rains, it pours. And they don't take responsibility, where the optimist is more self-forgiving. I cannot overemphasize the importance of that, to allow yourself not to be perfect, to recognize that you're doing the best you know how to do. Because if you beat yourself up emotionally, you're going to lower self-esteem, you're going to feel like crap. And when we're in that state, nothing happens. The surest way to push away success, the surest way to push away what you want in your life, the surest way to isolate yourself from other people is to have that crappy attitude of always blaming others and beating ourselves up. Pessimists tend to be what? They'll have some success and they think, knock on wood, don't want it to go away. They see success as temporary condition. It's a fluke. It's an anomaly. Whereas the optimist, what? To them, it's the way it is. I'm a lucky person. So when we're optimistic, we tend to look at our good fortune or the success or the breakthroughs as the way it is. And not just in an airy-fairy way, because we what? We're studying, we're taking action, we're learning, we're asking for help, we're coached. Whatever it is that we're doing, to develop skills. The pessimist also will experience a problem, a mishap, a challenge, as if the world is coming to an end, and they catastrophize it. And it's the way it is. Like they feel like they're stuck. We're screwed. The optimist, on the other hand, when you're optimistic, you recognize it doesn't make it go away. You allow yourself to feel the disappointment, the pain, the anxiety of it, and recognize it's a temporary condition. And the surest way to do that is to have evidence, supportive evidence, to be able to look back in your history, in your own personal history, and say, I've been in a similar situation before, just like this, and I got out of it. And in fact, I got out of it even better. So I want you to start doing that now. As you listen to it, make a list of some of the opportunities, some of the challenges you have faced in your life. And when you nailed it, when you got out of it, when you figured it out, Because then you have real evidence to support the conviction, hey, if I figured it out before, I can do it again. Real confidence is not that, yes, I am the best, I can do anything. You know, people, they say, fake it till you make it. No, the surest way to have confidence and to overcome a limiting belief about yourself is to support your conviction with real world evidence based on your life's experience. And maybe it's teeny tiny, doesn't matter, but you're making progress. I mean, you recognize that. That's how you build, a step at a time, so that you have the conviction that somehow, some way, you can figure it out. The pessimist also asks the wrong questions. The pessimist will say, why me, God? Why me? Everything happens to me. It's as if the universe has this big giant fly swatter up there just waiting to, whoop, got him again, whoop, got her again. It's in our head. You know, you are the placebo. You've heard that term before? The optimist will ask questions. So optimists face challenges, difficulties, but they ask the right questions. What can I learn from this? So maybe you really messed up. Maybe you screwed up royally. If you can look at it and observe what you did and say, now what can I learn from this? You'll learn what? What not to do. Okay, that clearly didn't work. To help you get closer to where you want to be, closer to reaching your goal. It's a big difference, I can tell you. If you just sit back quietly, close your eyes, allow a few slow, deep breaths, and ask, what can I learn from this situation? And one of my favorite questions is, how can I turn this around? So be responsible, be honest. Things are not working out, perhaps. So the question is, what can I do to turn it around? What can I learn? Or what can I do to turn it around? Very different kind of question. Make sure you write this down, follow it. You know, it works. Now, please just do it. We've been all kind of seduced into information consumerism. And we're getting all this knowledge. What good is knowledge if we don't apply it? So right here, right now, my challenge to you is start applying just even these simple steps in this short little video training. And I would love to hear from you. Please, I welcome your comments. I read them. I answer them. If you have a question, I'll do my best to answer, to fulfill it. If you're finding this of value, you can think of others who could benefit, please share it with them. Let them know. And remember, it is my belief, and perhaps you can agree, you are far better, far better than what you give yourself credit for. Maybe you just lack the know-how to make it manifest in the world. Maybe you just lack the skill set. It's a temporary condition. But if you make the effort and you'll do your due diligence and do your studying and get the right training, you'll get there. So please, do good. Make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Contribute as best you can to your family, your friends, your clients. We need a lot of people helping to make this a better world. Have fun while you're doing it, and thrive.